going on, Jerome's? So your Minnesota Vikings looking for the quarterback of the future, whether Kirk is here or not, and there are a lot of options. Well, Caleb Williams probably going to the Bears, but Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, Dynamite, Jayden Daniels, Michael Penix. What's going on, Jerome's? Your Minnesota Vikings are looking for the quarterback of the future, and they're in a pretty good spot. It's a pretty good draft class to be looking for a quarterback, and the Vikings at 11 are in prime position to either stick and pick, make a little move, make a big move, find their guy either way. And, well, Caleb Williams probably spoken for, but J.J. McCarthy, Dynamite, Drake May, or, of course, Jayden Daniels. That's right, the pride of LSU, Heisman Trophy winner, the Skull SU connection. He already looks good in purple and gold. Could we make that happen? Yes. Of course, Jayden Daniels, Justin Jefferson, hanging out at the Super Bowl. What up? The LSU connection. Can it happen in the NFL as well? I think it certainly can. Yes, definitely. It looks good. Also, 5 Alive. Although Mekhi Blackman may have something to say about that. Either way, it doesn't matter. But Jayden Daniels, of course, already looks good, like we said, in the colors. And I think Jayden Daniels would be a fun dual-threat quarterback, the likes that Vikings fans have never really seen before. And I think that is he the best parts of Lamar Jackson, the best parts of RG3, the best parts of Steve Young? Sure, I think he certainly could be. And reportedly, the Vikings have done their homework. But it's one of those things where, yeah, the Vikings. All right, so we'll get into it. So this is from Alec, The Athletic today. Vikings have done their homework on the draftable quarterbacks. In the public sphere, analysts began to project Jayden Daniels as a top-end talent as he tore through college football on the way to securing the Heisman Trophy. Some teams had similar reactions. One LSU staffer said Friday that the Vikings were one of the earliest teams to dive into, evaluate, and express an interest in Daniels. Right, so yes, basically, if the Vikings weren't doing their homework on all the quarterbacks, whether it be Williams, May, Daniels, McCarthy, Penix, Bo Nix, Rattler, Pratt, etc., Kwesi's not doing his job. But it is interesting that they showed early interest. So the LSU staffer, the nameless LSU staffer, probably getting questions about tape, probably getting questions about what's he like off the field, what's he like in the locker room. Do his teammates go to his birthday? Who knows, man? But that is certainly interesting. And of course, the Vikings, tied to potentially trading up for Anthony Richardson last year. The Vikings now a shorter putt from 11 up to the top versus last year 23 up to the top. I think they could and should be in the quarterback business, and I think that Jayden Daniels will be a hell of a pickup. Background, he is 23 years young, so a little bit older of a prospect, 6'4", 210, a former 4-star recruit from San Bernardino, California. Now, initially was at Arizona State for 3 seasons. That's where he had the crossover with Antonio Pierce. Also, I mean, he's throwing to Brandon Ayuk when he was a true freshman. That was fun, man. That's good times. But eventually got dinged up and took his talents to LSU in 2022. Threw for 3,812 yards passing, completing 72.7% of his passes. Now, you could say, well, I mean, his stats come from a college type offense. No, they were attacking vertically. I mean, you have Malik Neighbors, you have Brian Thomas Jr., BTJ. Of course, you're going to attack vertically. And of course, a lot of people would be like, well, was Daniels a product of the talent around him, or did he make the talent around him better? I think it's a little bit of both. Certainly could be. But threw for 40 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, took care of the rock, also ran for 1,134 yards and 10 touchdowns, had one of the more insane seasons in college football history, and got it done. Although, I mean, they weren't threatening for the Natty because of Brian Kelly, but I digress. Won basically all the quarterback awards, consensus All-American, Heisman Trophy, and all that stuff. And he is a player where the risk is there, but no risk it, no biscuit. And I think that Jayden Daniels could be transformative for this offense. He's an elite athlete. He's a true threat. And I think that's what is going to be his equalizer early on. I think that's what's going to be his floor, where if things aren't there and his first couple of reads aren't there, and maybe he's a little bit slow in the progressions, maybe he's just getting used to the offense because he's a rookie. All of a sudden, he could just take off. And even against grown-ass men in the NFL, Jayden Daniels, his top-end speed will give him separation. Great at making plays off script. He's calm in the pocket, where he's not a running quarterback who just like, all right, my first read is not open, I will take off. No, he is versed at read progression. That is the benefit of being at LSU. The deep ball accuracy is absolutely on point, but also, I mean, was that BTJ and Neighbors, or was that more Daniels, or both? Can lapse a little bit on short to medium accuracy, but that comes with coaching, that comes with footwork. That's something that McCown and O'Connell will have to work on. But frame-wise, could stand to add a little bit of weight. Also, I mean, he does need to learn how to slide. That's it, man. That's it. Velocity is there, but I mean, you're not going to confuse him with Milton or Penix. But I mean, the velocity it does check the box. He's gonna be fine. Like, he's not like a Bo Nix or a Jordan Travis in that regard. Also, mature leader. That is a benefit of him being a little bit older of a prospect. Got a good head on his shoulders, and I think that he would step in right away as QB1 of the Vikings, and it wouldn't necessarily faze him. But the Vikes probably would have to get into the top 3 for Jayden Daniels. And also, if Washington wants a quarterback, they're going to stick and pick at 2. And I could see them falling over with Jayden Daniels, given his style, given everything, man. And I think that with new ownership and a completely new front office, they won't have the memories of RG3, even though it's really unfair to hold RG3, who was even a slighter in frame and even shorter, given his... given what happened with him after they traded Hefner to go get him in 2012, just because they play a similar style of ball, no. Don't hold that against Jayden Daniels. Plus, I think Daniels' style, I think it is similar to Lamar Jackson. I think that he would be a fan favorite, and I think that's something that Washington and Magic Johnson and company would take into account. And then you got the Patriots at 3. I think that the Patriots are out on Daniels. Say that Williams goes 1, May goes 2. I think that's a sweet spot. Or if a team goes McCarthy at 3, I think Arizona either way is going to stick and pick and take a wide receiver, whether it's Neighbors, whether it's Marvin Harrison Jr. And then maybe the Chargers at 5. Could be a spot where the Vikings could maneuver and get up and go get him. But that connection's already there. And behind the scenes, JJ will be champing at the bit to get Jayden Daniels, not just because he played at his alma mater, but because he is a tier 1 potential talent in this class, both with his legs as well as with his arm, as well as what he can. He's just a playmaker. He absolutely is. So could this happen? Would be kind of nice, man. But we'll see what happens. But either way, the Vikings are doing their diligence as they should be. Otherwise, Kwesi wouldn't be doing his job. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings doing were one of the teams that did the earliest work on LSU Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Jayden Daniels. Skol SU. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Don't support the work. Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol. Production value.